In the world of gaming, few things rise to fame as quickly as they can fall. Today, we explore the rise and decline of Dead Hard, once a staple in every player's perk slots and now in barely none of them. Welcome to Fall from Grace, the decline of Dead Hard's popularity. Dead Hard came out in 2017. Damn, that's 7 years ago. Anyway, came out with a free Lullaby in the Dark chapter. It gave players the Huntress and David King. This chapter was released in patch 1.6.0, then Dead Hard was born. Now if you happen to not know what old Dead Hard did, it was where you press the active ability button while running to gain a dash, and you're also invincible during the dash. Kind of insane. From when Dead Hard came out, it didn't start as a meta perk, as there were much better exhaustion perks at the time, like Sprint Burst. Now you may be wondering why, but it's because exhaustion went down while you were still sprinting, at a lower rate albeit. So it wasn't until this one line in patch 2.1.0 to make Dead Hard king. It read, "Exhaustion no longer recovers while running." While this line left Sprint Burst enjoyers crying their eyes out, it left Dead Hard an opportunity to become king. From casual players to competitive pros, Dead Hard quickly became a fan favourite, a defining feature of the game's meta. Its ability to create distance, last-second escapes made it exciting to watch and even more exciting to use. As the community embraced Dead Hard, it became more than just a perk. Players dedicated hours to mastering its timing, and it became a must-have for those aiming to reach the top of the leaderboards. As the game gained popularity, so did Dead Hard. It became a staple in tournaments,
Ixia has Dead Hard,
favourite among streamers, and a topic of countless memes and fan art. At its peak, you couldn't enter a match without encountering it. Dead Hard was everywhere. If you weren't using it, you were at a disadvantage. It became a key part of the game. Players loved using the perk. Dead Hard also gave a major advantage over most killers at the time, such as the nurse, as she only had a short window within a blink to hit a survivor, so she had to swing for the survivor or miss on purpose. Trapper 2, one of the worst killers in the game, made even worse because of the fact that he could just Dead Hard over the traps. Not a good time to be a trap main. Even Hunters had some downsides because of it, as if the survivor has a good enough reaction time, they could dash past the thrown hatchet before it could hit them. Same with the Hillbilly, if the survivors had a good enough reaction time, they could dash past the chainsaw mid-sprint. Wraith didn't suffer too much though, as he could just wait it out. The community's creativity flourished around Dead Hard, from fan art to in-depth analysis videos. It sparked endless discussions and debates, and even showing bugs. It wasn't just a perk, it was a whole aspect of the game's culture. At its height, Dead Hard was more than just a tool for survival, it was an icon. But as with all things, its reign couldn't last forever. Game-breaking glitches in Dead by Daylight, particularly those linked to Dead Hard, have had a significant impact on the overall gameplay experience. These exploits enabled survivors to abuse the game's mechanics, resulting in frustrating situations where killers were trapped in a seemingly unbreakable loop, or unable to hit an invincible survivor. Abuse of such glitches not only resulted in unkillable positions, but also disrupted the game's core dynamics, leaving both killers and survivors frustrated and powerless. Dead Hard, before the nerf, could be used for exploitation. Players discovered how to use it to escape the map's intended boundaries, resulting in an increase of unfair gameplay scenarios. This trend of glitch abuse spread rapidly throughout the community, with some players prioritizing exploits over fair play. The balance of matches were frequently thrown off, causing frustration among both casual and competitive players. Despite widespread community anger for swift action to fix these game-breaking issues, the developers' answers varied. While many glitches were quickly addressed, the players' curiosity and determination to discover and exploit new bugs often outweighed efforts to maintain fair and balanced gameplay. This cycle of finding and fixing glitches became a constant challenge for the developers. While the transition from peer-to-peer connections to dedicated servers was a significant step towards improving the overall gaming experience, this shift also presented its own set of challenges. Instead of improving stability, the new servers frequently introduced more connection issues, leading to an unpredictable gameplay experience. Lag became a common issue, affecting both the overall flow of the game and the effectiveness of key perks, such as Dead Hard. What was once a reliable escape mechanism for survivors became a gamble due to inconsistent performance, making it difficult to execute strategies precisely. As a result, a combination of persistent glitches, exploitive gameplay, and server-related issues caused a period of instability in Dead by Daylight, testing the community's patience and the developers' ability to maintain a balanced and enjoyable gaming experience. But as with all things in gaming, change is inevitable. Balance updates, new perks, and shifting strategies began to challenge Dead Hard's dominance. The once essential perk started to show its age. The developers wanted to keep the game balanced and engaging. Dead Hard had become so dominant that it was overshadowing other playstyles. They released probably the biggest update in DBD history, the 6.1.0 meta shakeup patch. This affected many perks, one being Dead Hard, which removed the dash and instead gave you 0.5 seconds of endurance. As everyone heard that their favourite perk was being nerfed, everyone started making videos about the topic, but behaviour didn't stop. Nerf made the window of endurance 0.5 seconds instead of 1. Nerf now only activates after you get unhooked and then will deactivate after you use it.
They just nerfed Dead Hard on the PTB.
We're gonna be testing out the new be running the nerfed Dead Hard.
Dead Hard is nerfed.
With each patch, the effectiveness of Dead Hard was subtly altered. The window of invincibility was shortened, the activation conditions became stricter, and the community started to notice. The community's reaction was mixed towards the meta shakeup. Some players felt betrayed by the changes, arguing that Dead Hard had been unfairly nerfed. Others welcomed the shift, seeing it as an opportunity to explore new strategies and playstyles. As the meta evolved, Dead Hard's once dominant presence began to fade. New perks and strategies emerged, offering alternate ways to play. The game continued to evolve, but for many, the loss of Dead Hard's former glory marked the end of an era. Dead Hard's decline opened the door for a new wave of perks and strategies. Players who once relied on Dead Hard began to experiment with alternative builds, leading to a more diverse and unpredictable meta. The fall of such a dominant perk forced survivors to rethink their approach, resulting in more varied and creative playstyles. Perks like Life and Sprint Burst, once overshadowed by Dead Hard's dominance, saw a resurgence. The game's competitive scene, once dominated by Dead Hard, began to see a wider array of strategies. This evolution added depth to matches, where predicting a survivor's build became more challenging and outplaying the killers required more than just a well-timed dash. Behavior's decision to nerf Dead Hard wasn't just about balance, it was about making a more varied gameplay experience, making the game feel more fresh. I still see Dead Hard in lots of my matches, so you may wonder why I keep saying that it has fallen off, so let me explain. With old Dead Hard, all you had to do was press a button and you gain distance. This could be used to chain multiple loops in the same chase, or it could be used to dodge a hit, similar to what it does now. But the only distance you got when Dead Harding to dodge a hit was the cooldown that the killers got when they missed an attack. Not very long, yet you could still completely avoid going down that time by using the missed hit cooldown time by making it to a pallet or a window. And with this new endurance Dead Hard not even working 40% of the time, it became a big gamble to take it into a match. So while the reworked Dead Hard still remains the 8th most used perk in DBD, I feel that it has lost much of its former glory. The perk is now a risky choice rather than a guaranteed lifesaver, and its impact on the game has significantly diminished. As the game continues to evolve, the lessons learned from Dead Hard's dominance will shape the future of Dead by Daylight's ever-changing meta. The introduction of new perks, combined with the return of older ones, has created a dynamic environment where adaptability is key, and no two matches feel exactly the same. This evolution keeps the game engaging, challenging, and most importantly, fun for players of all skill levels. So what are your thoughts on Dead Hard? Let me know in the comments, and if you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. But until next time, peace. P.S. I mainly got my info from the bug section from Arditha, so thanks to him. Anyway, peace.